All right, and welcome back, everybody. This is David with Fairmere's Rangers, and we're bringing you the next part of our Austria All Out War campaign, where we declared war on every nation before the end of turn one. And it's been a rocky road, but we have just drug it out, crawled, smacked our way back, and we're starting to... We got Central Europe pretty much where we want it. We're sweeping west. And the East, we're starting to face some problems against the Russians. But we're maintaining. So, we left off with the cliffhanger of a naval battle. And in that, we just did an auto-resolve. So, what a cliffhanger that was. Anyway, moving along. We kind of left off where we were wanting to basically start making some pushes towards knocking the Poles out of the rest of Central Europe. But we still got some naval battles. I'm still wanting some more money. Even though we got 32,000, I'm still looking to use my naval fleet to get as much as we got. Also, we got the Swedes coming from Denmark. So I'm sending some guys over to Hannover to basically just make sure it's nice and secure. Other than that, let's get this naval battle done. I'll probably do it off. Yep, there we go. All taken care of. No sense in having you guys sit through that. And let's see, get these ships fixed up. We're going to also try to blockade the Swedes from bringing any more troops over by using our fleet to block that land bridge. So we got to fix up these ships, but we're going to send somebody so that this last Swedish army in Denmark is going to be the last one coming over, because now they can't beat us on the sea, so they're not coming this way no more. At least that's the plan. So I'm starting to build up some more forces. Like I said, you see Poland, Lithuania there. They have Prague. We want to take that from them. And over here, we have a little Spanish army there. I want to try to get this 3 line, and luckily the Spanish don't attack me. But they're beaten up. So now I got 3 more line in Madrid to really solidify that. Really, these last couple little units that are left over from Spain are really no big whoop. We'll start clearing them out, and you can see France is really starting to really get under control, starting to be able to build that economy up, and that's why we have all the money that we're getting. France is a blessing, man. But in the process, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push on to Gibraltar with this army. And we're going to build up some more militias and some artillery just to hold Portugal in case somebody wants to drop off some peoples. Anyways, I wanted to show you where we're at with our tech briefly. And it's come along pretty good, actually. I'm pretty pleased with it. Even though it started out a little slow. We are under siege here at Hungary. No big surprise there. We've been under siege for darn near the whole campaign. So I got to figure out a way to relieve that as well. And that's the whole big reason why I want to do something about Prague here. Because Poland is just going to keep reinforcing their attacks. And also Silesia, taking those 2 regions is going to be important for us. So, and trying to figure out a way to do that, but also I got to worry about that Swedish army coming. We're kind of in a standby process, because if that Swedish army bypasses and goes for Berlin, bypasses Hanover and goes for Berlin, then we got some bigger issues at foot. So I don't want to just let that army push on to Silesia without making sure where the Swedish army is going first. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, and we still got that Ottoman army there just camping out in southern Austria as well. When we're under siege, I forgot about that. We're under siege in Istanbul. And the Russians actually are going to help us break this siege. Thank you, Russia. So they're going to launch an attack, the Poles, being their ally, are going to join in. Now, this is my reinforcement army. That's where we're joining right now. Under attack from the Russian cav here immediately. But we got my one line infantry, a couple grenadiers, so we should be able to shoot them down. Unfortunately, for some reason, my stupid unit over there went all cattywampus, so now we got the Polish cav coming in. So we'll go back there and check them out in just a minute. But in the process, I wanted to show you what we're dealing with the fort. You can see my defensive perimeter, if you will. I want to hold this half of the fort. Should be the best situation for me there. But it seems like all the Russians and the Polish Lithuanians are coming in to the other side, just like we wanted, but it is also putting a barrier between us and our reinforcing army coming from Austria. So that's not ideal. We did beat the one Russian cav. Now the other one is dead. We got the other Polish Lithuanian cav on top of me. And I mean, it's like, it's hard to, man, I can't get over how hard it is to tell. It's ridiculous, honestly. Maybe my guys are struggling with it too, because it doesn't seem like we're able to shoot any of them, because they still got 24 for the last 20 minutes. We're gonna move these guys over, see if we can get some better shots in. Wish they would do better about deciding to use the guns on the walls, the cannons, that is. All right, shifting over. I want to, like I said, start using those cannons off the walls, get some extra kills, and maybe we can shoot this cav if my unit here at the gates would shoot him. Finally, the Polish cav is dead, so we'll get these guys on the move. Probably confusing my own troops, thinking they're Poland, Lithuania. This is how this confusion has been. So we're going to go after that Russian artillery over there with our reinforcement army, and pretty much set up pretty well on my defense for Hungary. At least I feel pleased about it. So you can see here in the top of the screen, the background, you can see my reinforcement troops over the ridge line. Getting that shots in on them. Luckily, they're just dancing around right now and giving us opportunities to get some shots in. Got a little bit of cav on that one. That was nice. Trying to keep a good eye out to see if the walls are getting damaged and in a wet spot so that we can prepare for breaches in the walls. All right. Moving right along. We're getting close to where that artillery is. Just taking a bit of trudging because we're on the side of a pretty good slope of a hill. All right. We're in a little bit of a firefight with the Polish Lithuanians and Russian cav just sitting there. All right, we're after the artillery. Unfortunately, the Polish cav is coming in for a quick support, so I'm trying to get some line over there to get some shots in on that cav before he hits my militia, because my militia is already routing or wavering. So I just lost my stupid militia, and now that cav is just going hecka crazy into me here, just going all around. It's like it's thinks it's in NASCAR or something, driving around the houses there in circles. We got another artillery or unit coming up, and be damned if I don't get my grenadier charged right in the back down the slope of the hill as I was killing off the rest of those artillerymen that had come back. So I lost my grenadier, which really upsets me. Now we're going into grenade throw, or grenade push right here. Got the line infantry going up as a screen for my grenadiers, and then we're going to see if we can start evaporating some of these guys. But the problem is we got all this darn cav coming in, and I was able to square up with my line, which is at least a little bit of a benefit. Got a nice hit with the grenades there on that unit. He is starting to waver, and he's out of there. Still dealing with that cav. The Russian cav is starting to waver. But you can see, it seems like every unit is now coming upon this little reinforcement army. So we are feeling the heat right here, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling the heat. As the Russian cav does break, I'm going to try and now get out of square with that unit and get it over to the other units, and we can start making a withdrawal, as I do have a militia that just came onto the field as another reinforcement unit. But I need to start vacating this area because the Poles are like all up in my business. We almost broke another Russian unit. He's getting close. That line infantry that was 150 is already down to 62, so that's not good either. Versus Russian line. How pathetic. I gotta get these guys out of here, so what we're doing is moving those guys further down the slope of the hill, trying to get them back almost to where they came onto the map from. Other than that, the fort defense is going extremely good. At least we got something going right. Okay, got grenades coming. Get those grenades going, boys. He's running. He is going to elude one of my grenade throws. Okay, got a direct hit with those grenades. He's already starting to waver with that. I just lost my line infantry. He got pummeled. So, or that was a militia, I'm sorry. The line infantry I already have over there as a shield. But now I've lost my line infantry. About to break that Russian unit. Got to get that grenadier out of there, but starting to try to push against the Poles. Hoping that I can push against them, break these guys because they're smaller units, and then move away from the Russian units, which are a little bit larger in size. That's at least the theory. We'll see how it goes. You can see my fort is under pretty heavy duress, but we're holding up pretty good there. So that's allowing me some ability to micromanage the situation over here. All right, going in, I just lost another militia. Got more units coming on the field, but my grenadier is now all by himself, and now I can start microing these guys, even though I'm in a pretty bad way here. Taking direct fire from that Russian line, and you can see I'm getting charged in the back by these Russians, so that's not good. Broke two of the Poles. I'm about to lose the rest of these militia. So things have gone from bad to worse over here for my reinforcement army. Just never really materialized the way we needed it to, unfortunately. You can see over here, kind of neglected the situation over here, but luckily the cav was what was coming in the fort, and they all ran into my shoves, however the hell you say it, cheval de frise, whatever. The big pointy sticks that's an X. How's that? That way I don't have somebody criticizing my improper use of language there. Trying to get some more grenade throws, even though they're in melee combat there. Trying to get these two militia out to safety as well. They're not faring too well. That artillery is still shooting at me, that Russian artillery that's way over there in that little village, as I lost my grenadier, unfortunately. About to lose my militia, which he does rout with 99 men, 83 now. Idiot. He routs like he's a chump. Okay, over there at the corner of the fort, those guys are starting to, my guys are starting to be whittled down to nothing. We got a Russian unit up on the walls, but we're still holding in. We got plenty of units, I should think. We're in a firefight with a unit over there. Firefight with the Polish unit here. Not really getting too many kills, but hey, we'll keep at it. We'll just keep going. We could do it. About to lose a unit over there on the left, on the wall to that Russian. Okay. We still have those 41. We're going to put him in the center and prepare for the Polish, Lithuanians, and the Russians to start coming into the fortress. As you can see, the Russians are coming on down like it's the Price is Right. Of course, he's wanting to take shots at the little citizens, unfortunately, instead of coming on like we need him to. Starting to whittle down those lines. Yeah, he's just taking his time there. All right, starting to get the shots in. All right, here we go. Little dude's coming in over here. Luckily saw it, got some good shots in on him, and he's out of there. See, dancing around in the background, there's a Polish unit that's should be coming in and attacking, but of course they're not. No. If it makes sense, no, they're not going to do it. All right, break that Russian line. Here comes the next. And he is out there. Our little citizen hero is dead too, unfortunately. And we got some Russians trying to come up the wall again from that spot where we got a little militia over there to hold them down for now. I mean, even if he does, it's no big deal. It's just I prefer him inside the center of the fort versus the walls. Basically all they got left over on the right outside the fort is artillery. So we're almost to the end of this battle. Luckily, we've whittled them down, and they've whittled us down quite a bit as well. And we are about to break those Polish Lithuanians on the wall. This militia's coming clutch here at this spot. Got another Russian unit. That's looks like they're coming in, and along with the second one. So there's two Russian units now in the fort that had come up as we move along a little bit forward further in time. Getting some good canister shot in on them. They're getting shots at the militia on the wall, so I'm moving him out of the way. And that will hopefully draw them in more to the center where my artillery can reach out and touch them a little bit better. All right. He's starting to waver. This has been a pretty intense battle. We got that full strength Polish-Lithuanian unit coming in, getting some good canister shot in on him. There we got the countdown going in the center. But of course he overlaps the mark there, so the counter has stopped, and we quickly break that Polish-Lithuanian unit. Can't sustain running them down though, unfortunately. All right, about to break the Russian. Got another Russian broke. One more left. And we should be golden. Try to do the same thing. Bring this militia off the wall a little bit further in so we can get this Russian unit coming to where we can get some better shots in on them. There we go. He's actually starting to waver. All right, he's out of there. pretty darn good. All right, we got almost pretty much the last push here. 3 units from Poland, Lithuania. We're going to go in with the grenades, the canister. We're going to throw everything in them but the darn kitchen sink here. Got the militia coming in behind them. Whoo! Yeah, they got the countdown going, but it's not for them taking the fort. More likely, the countdown is for the end of their life. If you know what I mean, because they are routing and those explosions are going. Those 2 grenadier volleys there, and they just had enough, ladies and gentlemen. They have had it. All right. So that is pretty much a wrap on this battle. Whoo-wee. That was, like I said, some of these siege battles can be quite fun. Defending against very large forces, especially when you got a meager force that you have to hold it with. That can be quite entertaining battles, and for me it definitely was. Enjoyed this battle quite a bit. Now, after we kind of run these guys down, that's just pretty much artillery. I don't think there's anything else. There was one or a couple more Polish-Lithuanian line infantry that were coming in as reinforcements. So they have come on as routing units have left the battlefield. So we are going to take them out as well as they come into the fort and getting that canister shot going. So we got 2 more, actually 3 more coming in right at this moment. Actually make that 2 because the other one just peace outed. So, yeah, they weren't having it. And just when you think that they had enough, it's like more units start popping up from out of nowhere. I think it's some of the units had recovered from their routing is basically what it is. But Jesus, like, can we please just figure out that you're not going to win this, Poland-Lithuania? I mean, you should have stopped this fight a long time ago. You just got crushed. Okay. Well, I give them one thing. These units are resilient, and it also helps us to really take out as much of their number as possible. We're gonna go in with grenades. It's time to take this a little more serious. We're not just gonna sit around for canister to take care of the business. We're gonna lob some fun at them. Throw the fun bags at them. The little fun balls. Ooh, eat that. Those grenades overshot a little bit, but still was enough to break them. Got 2 of them broke now. Just getting the last one. The last of the Mohicans here. Of course, I've been saying that, and it just keeps on going. All right, there it is. So we lost 1,000. They lost 22. Not bad, if I don't say so, because some of those were citizens. But honestly, it could have been better. A lot of our reinforcement army that came from Austria really took a beating. All right, this is a pretty lopsided fight here. We got quite a bit of Swedish regular line infantry coming in to pay a visit here in Hannover. And you can see my defense. I've got kind of a strange defensive formation here, but I kind of like it for some reason. As I'm going to do kind of my standard thing with rank fire with line is I'm going to volley out all 3 ranks, and then I'm going to replace them with another line infantry and pull that one back. Actually, I'm going to go into melee with one, and we're going to shift the other over. We should quickly break these units in the center, which is what I need, because we don't want the countdown starting. Didn't really get a full volley on that one because they were shooting only half the unit. All right, we're going to try and get around in behind these 2 lines that are coming in on the right, as kind of pretty much just how we got this these 2 Swedish line infantry here sandwiched in the middle. So they're breaking pretty quick over there as well. And yeah, Sweden's not faring too well in this. They're getting a pretty sizable beat down. There's another unit up there. I guess I almost didn't see it. We used the militia to take some of the brunt force of that. Yeah, to be honest, like, Sweden routed with quite a few men, and I didn't even pay attention, and there's another Swedish unit coming in directly behind us. So it is getting into one of my artillery units, unfortunately. So, gotta get them back on the guns. We have kind of averted disaster. I'm surprised this one Swedish unit is still hanging in there with those 2 Swedish units, I should say. One of them starts to break. The other one should follow suit here pretty quickly. Got my other artillery acting all cattywampus. Okay, the other... There he goes. Finally, he broke. And just in time, because there's Cav coming in. Breaking that Swedish unit. Getting the artillery crews back on the guns. And Cav was rolling in. He ain't gonna make it long. It's not bad. This episode is becoming the fort defense episode here. Well, once we break this Swedish cav over here on the right, it should be pretty much a cakewalk. We do have some other units that are still coming in, but the bulk of their forces have been defeated. They might get some units come back from routing, but it should not be anything to be overly concerned with. Let's see what that line infantry over there on our left side wants to do here in a minute. Get out of square with this guy. And there goes one of the cav. Another one's about to hit the trails. And he does. Just one more left. Looks like quite a bit of their cav is getting out of this, though, scot-free. That's actually a line infantry buried under our dancing with the horsemen there. All the cav. Alright. Guess whose turn it is, Mr. I'm on the walls. And it's pretty much just a waiting game. But this is a good time to let you know if you did enjoy the content. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It does help us out to reach a wider audience. And also consider subscribing. It is free after all. And it does help the channel to continue to grow. And, you know, you hit the bell and you're notified, supposedly, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. And also, it's another good moment for me to mention that if you do want to help a little bit more on the channel, you can always consider becoming a channel member, as it does help me a little bit further than just subscribing. And it does give you access to early videos that we upload to the channel. And also I will be having exclusive content, and for the next campaign I will be having all of it upload pretty much at once so you can binge it. Big shout out to my two channel members at the current moment. Thank you very much for your constant support. Deeply appreciated. Okay, we're at some point Sweden is gonna come out of their hiding, and you can see him dancing around out there outside the fort, and here he comes busting in outside out of the woodworks through holes in the walls, and he goes in, and he's in one big long line snaking into our men, but we're gonna quickly shoot him down. Nope, because we ain't having that kind of foolishness. We certainly are not. And after we beat this unit, it'll just be the artillery, and we'll wait that out. And so this battle is pretty much over with. All right, let's check the results. We only lost just over 300, so not bad at all. And Maratha wants peace, which is hilarious. That just is not happening. All right, so as we're talking about from the beginning of the video, as this intern does come to conclusion, it does look like we are going to be able to possibly start making that push, as our protectorate Bavaria is just worthless. Well, not really. All right, so we got all of our recruitments, and we can feel pretty solid there. Let's go ahead, move up our army, and take out the good old defense at Gibraltar. And looks like Morocco is going to be something we can easily get to as well. But we do have that fleet there that's not going to allow us to get over the land bridge there, so we can't get to it, even though if we could take Morocco super duper easy. We got still 14,000 left to spend after some of the repairs and so on that we've already accomplished. We got Sweden blocked there. They can't either go back to their fort, nor can any reinforcements come and pay a visit to them. So that is always a huge benefit for us. And yeah, they're not getting across this land bridge here, that's for darn sure. We did lose quite a bit of men. We're gonna have to replenish those guys up. Otherwise, you know, we should still see that Swedish army there, but to where should be Hanover, but they're not really that. I'm not too worried about them. Let's just put it that way. So I think it is that time where we make that push, even though I have that almost kind of desire not to, you know, get too risky, but we're gonna do it. So we're gonna push on to Prague. We're gonna besiege them there, and then we are also going to make a move out of Saxony, and we're going to lay siege to Silesia. I've just got to think this through, though. So we send our 3 line infantry. Now, the Prussians do have quite a bit, but they've been pretty sedentary, so I'm not too concerned about them. If they do go up there and snatch Prussia, it will not happen because they can't make it all the way there, and I'm just going to leave like somebody anybody in Berlin. That should give me more than enough to hold it versus any incoming incursions. But we're going to also start recruiting up some militia. There'll be some cheap placeholders, if you will. So I think that's a pretty good place to have a cliffhanger. We're definitely replenishing this because we lost a lot of men here. A lot of men. So we're building that up, and we don't know if that Ottoman army is going to do anything either. So we got to be prepared. Never fails, never can fail by being prepared. Okay, so at this point of the video, I'd like to thank you all for joining in for this episode. We'll see you on the next one as you can observe the wrappings up of this turn. And next video, we will finish up with a couple of battles versus Poland, Lithuania. Can't wait. We'll see you then.
Die Truppen auf die Schlacht vorbereiten!